Many lived unaware that they have been waiting their whole lives for Viture to liberate them. Your future is in your hands. Handheld devices inherently have an issue until now. No longer do I have to strain my neck looking down or try to hold my device above my face while gaming anymore. You can now rest your hands and arms comfortably on your lap, rest your head back, and position your neck. And this isn't at the cost of a worse screen. It's actually getting you a much better screen experience. In a world where VR is all the hype and everybody wants to talk about it, we have at least some understanding of virtual reality.
When you put on Apple Vision Pro, you
put these goggles over your face and you're transported to an entirely new world, running into walls and forgetting the reality around you. But then there are all these other things. VR, AR, MR, XR, all the Rs. We also have these smart glasses, heads-up displays, and Okay, the point I'm trying to make here is that these are like what 90% of us actually want. They do the thing that we'll actually use, and they're practical, and they're not insane.
The butterfly's eating my donut.
Because nobody wants this. How do I even do this? Is already, nobody wants to. Like, what are you? I can't see anything now. I cannot see anything. I'd have to turn this thing on. I'm not going outside. I'm not putting this on in the airport. Not to mention, I'm not bringing this with me. Right? Like, that's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make. This, I can see everything. Click a button. The unboxing experience is exactly that. It's a crazy experience. They put a lot of time and effort and thought into the design of their boxes. Inside the box, you get a case that holds your glasses, the USB-C to magnetic connector cable, nose pads with 4 different sizes so that hopefully you can get the one that fits your face. Definitely better. The anti-clip hair cover, and of course, the Viture Pro XR glasses. I don't know how long or if they're just gonna do this forever, but they are including an 8-bit do controller. Which has a very recognizable color scheme going on. Having this controller just makes me want that limited edition Steam Deck so bad. Very cool. Great controller, not much to say about it, it's great. It's a pretty cool perk. They also have a docking station so that you can plug it into your Switch or other devices that don't support a direct USB-C plug-in. And it's kind of cool actually, because it includes little mounts that you can like attach this battery pack onto your Switch or attach it right onto your Steam Deck and just extend the battery life by many hours. But then you can also plug in 2 of these glasses into it and share the display. They also have this contraption, this little neck band, but apparently I'm not cool enough for them to send it to me, so I don't have anything to say about it and I have no footage of it. Next time, maybe send me one? But it allows some like wireless use and it opens up the ability to use the software and everything not connected to other devices. All right. We gotta try this thing out. Here they are. The magnetized little boop is great. They look, you know, not like regular sunglasses, that's for sure. Especially from the side, you can tell they're definitely larger, but not horrible. It's not like completely unusable, but honestly, they don't look terrible. I don't mind the way that Viture glasses look. But here we go. This is the first test. My first time seeing what the new Pro versions look like. Immediately, it clicked in, and there's my screen. Did these just go black? Dang. Okay, there it is. One of the coolest features of these glasses. The old one had these like dumb temporary fix idea where you can just like block out all the light. The new ones have this ability where you just go, boom.
Darkness.
I can't see anything now. When I click it back on, now I can see everything. Okay, this is crazy. I can clearly see on my screen, but then I can actually then focus beyond the screen and see you guys over here, all of that. But then if I focus with my eyes close up to my screen, I then can actually read everything on it. The increased brightness from the other version to this Pro version, I'm noticing immediately as I'm putting this on without even engaging this. It's crazy. I have a light right here. I can't see it. Wow. I might need to change the nose piece because it's sitting too high on my face right now. I can't see the bottom very well. But that's crazy. And then let's see. Yeah, we're on full brightness, which is also very handy. They added an indicator when you're doing the brightness. The old version, you just had to guess if you're doing brightness or audio. That's gotta be the coolest part. Just. It's essentially just an epic big screen that gets placed right in front of your face. But you don't have to put these massive goggles on your face and look like some dystopian future. Although not 100% incognito, they do look a little bit like oversized sunglasses. They certainly do not give off the vibe of strapping massive goggles all over your face, which completely remove you from the real world. If you connect it to a smartphone or your computer with some software, it actually unlocks some abilities of having multiple screens that you can look around, and it becomes a little bit more of an AR experience. But we'll talk a little bit more about my gripes at the end of this video, and I have some major gripes with the software. And VR feels like a long ways away from being something that can be an actual case study compared to what these are, which I am using in my life today. Not the future, it is currently something that I am using on a regular. When they said they were making a Pro version, these would be the ultimate device to accompany the Steam Deck. Hands down, nothing would compete. And sure enough, they did all of the things I wanted and a couple extra bonuses. So here's a list of the differences of the Pro versus the regular. The two biggest and most noticeable improvements, it's now 120 Hertz compared to the 60 Hertz on the original. The brightness on the Pro version is so much brighter and it makes the image look so much better. The originals felt totally fine, but when I put the Pro version on, the increased brightness was so palpable. The best party trick, and by far the coolest feature that none of the other glasses have yet, is this 99.5% electrochromic film. You just click this little button and boom, the glasses go black. It's incredible. On the old glasses, something that did make wearing them feel pretty lame was slapping on those dumb covers with the insane graphics all over them, but not anymore. On the Pro versions, you just click a button, boom, and they just go totally black, and you can see your screen even in the brightest of lit conditions. This was a feature that I didn't even know I wanted, or I guess I didn't know they could do it because no one else has done it. Another great thing that they did was include on-screen display. Yeah, like the other ones, you just kind of had to guess if you were turning up the brightness or the volume or what you were doing. There was no indicator on the screen to tell you what was happening. Now we're going to talk about the design. At first glance, they almost seem identical. And in fact, the carrying case, I'm pretty sure, is exactly the same thing. But once you pull it out and start looking at it a little more, you start to notice things like the brackets are completely different colors. I'm a huge fan of the new, more unified color schemes of the new glasses. The Pro version has a 10% bigger screen, which they say is a perceived 135-inch screen. They also claim the ultra clarity. They have Sony micro OLED displays that are brighter, but they claim that they're gentler on the eyes than most phones and monitors. They give it some sort of rating, earning it an SGS A+ rating, which I'm assuming means it went through some tests And in fact, it is a little gentler on the eyes. Here's a list of things that they both can do. It's not different. The one cable that has the magnetic attachment, like it's the exact same attachment and the exact same cable, which is fine. It's great. You buy a little hub that's like a little battery pack, which allows you to plug the glasses into it, and then something else like a Switch or a PlayStation, Xbox, basically anything. But anything that supports USB-C video out, like the Steam Deck, then you can just plug that cable directly into your Steam Deck. You don't need anything else, and it just pops up like an external display. Everything works immediately and perfectly. They claim the ultra portable because it's 78 grams. And I'd have to agree, like the weight on my average sized male face feels totally fine. I could understand if maybe you had a really small head and fatigue could possibly happen over a long period of time with the weight, but it really doesn't feel that heavy. So I'm kind of stretching to make that seem feasible. Another thing that these glasses do that no other glasses do, myopia adjustments, which I didn't even know what that was, but it generally refers to the measures taken to correct or manage myopia, also known as nearsightedness. And so they've included a way where you can just adjust these little knobs on the top of the glasses. They're also boasting about these new Sony panels again. And then they're talking about absolute privacy everywhere because it's blocking out 99.9% of outside light. They boast about the sound quality and everything and privacy of the sound on these devices. Like, to be very honest, the sound isn't anything comparable to wearing headphones. But with that said, I'm super excited that they have speakers and I use them all the time. Okay. These pair perfectly with the Steam Deck. If you have any handheld gaming device, these are amazing for them. It really, truly enhances the experience to another level. But that in and of itself, I don't think would have been enough for me to want to spend this much money. What really makes it an unlock is if you travel. Even if you only travel a couple times a year, I still think it is worth paying for these. It's hard to describe how much of a difference it makes to be on an airplane and to just put these on and either watch a movie or play games. And I have a link in the description with the discount code. And if you buy them with my code, I'll get a little kickback, so thank you very much. The other time I use these are at night when my wife goes to bed and I don't want to watch something, I want to play some games. I can just roll over, pop these on my face, and play a game for a little while before I go to bed. I could go on and on about how much I love these because I truly, truly do love these. And I don't see a future in which I'm not using these.
Okay, this brings us to my gripes with these bad boys. The first one being that they default to 60 hertz. Like when you plug it in, boom, automatically set to 60 hertz. And there's like nothing to indicate how you switch it from 60 to 120. So I finally figured it out. So when you plug this bad boy in, it just immediately defaults to 60 frames per second. Why would it do this? I don't know, because they're 120 hertz. That's a big selling point to get the Pro version. I'm sure it says somewhere in the manual, but who reads manuals, am I right? What you do to switch it from 60 hertz to 120 hertz is hold the up button. And when you hold that, it switches it over. So now I'm at 120 hertz. It's kind of just annoying to have to switch it every time you plug it in or turn them on, but I hear that this is gonna be resolved in a software update. Another issue that I'm having, and I believe it has more to do with the size of my face or the distance of my eyeballs than anything else, is that in the top corners, I am not getting edge-to-edge sharpness. I really wanted to believe that edge-to-edge sharpness for me. I think for most people, you'll experience a beautiful, huge display and it'll be edge-to-edge sharp even on all the text. And for gaming, it doesn't bother me at all. It's more like if I wanted to use these for productivity it just gets a little bit difficult with small text in the corners. So overall, it's not like a deal breaker, but it's something to take into account, that the shape of your face and the distance between your pupils will determine if these are going to work with you or not. Now, I'm sure if they obviously don't work for you, you could just send it back to them and get a refund. I still use them and I still love them. Another like half issue that I have is the sound. So there are these little speakers on either side. So when you put these on, there are speakers shooting right into your ear. I like that they have speakers because when you plug these in, you just immediately have sound and vision. When I'm at home, I don't bother putting headphones on. This does plenty for me. But if I'm out and about, like at an airport, on an airplane, or any of those types of situations, these just don't seem to be loud enough. I just wish they could go a bit louder. And by a bit louder, I think I want them to go like twice as loud as they are. I understand they're trying to make it so that if you're listening to something, somebody next to you won't hear it. Give me the option to bump up the sound in case I am in a situation where I'm not really next to somebody, but now I can't hear this, so now I need to go fumble around and find headphones and put those on. I love that they have sound, and the sound is great for around the house. Man, I do wish it could just go a little bit louder. The thing that I just probably will never use with these devices is the software. I downloaded it on my computer, I sat down, I tried using the like 3 displays, looking around like this, but the problem is that when you do the multiple screens, you can't even see the entirety of the one screen. You have to like look around like this to see the top edges and the bottom. So I'm like, what? It's like having tunnel vision on every screen. And then you have to like look over here and see that one. And then I was experiencing like glitches and it just doesn't feel quite ready. That's it. I'm sure some people could use this and it would be wonderful. I could possibly see myself using the app on my phone, plugging it in and using it just to have one screen and to like watch a movie when I'm on an airplane or something like that. It just doesn't feel ready for prime time. Overall, I love these glasses. I believe that this is absolutely part of the future, but I think they're in a head race with VR because giant companies like Meta are dumping so much money into that technology and promoting and educating the world on it that I don't know how people are going to hear about this type of technology, which is something that I think most of us actually want to use, but it's going to be overshadowed. I'm here to try to tell you that you probably want to try this. If you've thought about this idea and maybe you were thinking VR was the answer, this actually might be the real answer to what you're trying to do. I mean, I think I covered everything in this video and I hope you like it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I've got more videos coming, but I spent a lot of time on this one because I genuinely really love and use these all the time. They are by far my favorite accessory to the Steam Deck. Like, take everything else away, but I'm keeping these. If you're thinking about picking these up, I actually have a code. If you use it, it will support me, and it would mean the world to me if you use that code and buy these products. The thing is, the brand new Pro versions, you will not get a 10% discount on these glasses. All the other accessories and all their other products, you will get 10% off if you use my code. But if you buy the glasses and that's it, please still use my code because I'm still gonna get a kickback for that and it would help me out a lot. Just put in the code right here. You will get a discount on all the products, just not the glasses. And I will get a kickback on anything that you buy on their storefront. I'm also gonna link below Amazon links, all the links. There will be links below. Thank you so much. Till next time.